Okay, we are talking client Aulbrey today, and about her Opex body, Opex move, and Opex work. Aulbrey is a little bit of a unique client that I double checked to make sure it would be okay to take on. She is pregnant and pretty pregnant, and a due date right now is still holding at April 11th. So her plan and whatnot will just kind of be written off of that under the assumption that, after our 4 weeks together, should she continue to be a client, or if she weren't to be a client, and in theory, what we would do, and in theory, thinking about her 12-month plan, I would just write it out initially based off of that due date, and then obviously adjust it depending on if the baby comes sooner, the baby comes later, and then, planning for around 8 weeks post-baby recovery. And again, a lot of unknowns as far as her future. But she has been moving consistently leading up to us doing 4 weeks together. So I think that's great. And I think the next 4 weeks will go very well. So talking about body, obviously a little skew for her, weighing 190. She is very tall. She's tall, much like Lily's tall, long legs, but that 190 is accounting for the wee baby that she is also growing. So kind of taking that weight as well as her body fat with a grain of salt. She's she's in the 160s, non-pregos. And her BMR right now is registering at 1720. Sorry, this is 28 weeks pregnant, she is. So yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at her nutrition. I do have some concerns about her protein and how she's getting it in. She has some concerns about protein and getting enough in, so we're gonna be exploring that. All right, that said, she's a fun little video to watch as far as her move. She does have a jacket on today, but pretty obvious she's preggers. Scratch test, went ahead and gave that a fail for right now. The right arm down and coming up is a little painful. I would like to navigate that a little further. I don't think there's anything that's serious there, and I think some focused movement could actually really improve that. So I'm excited to see if we can make a change there. Squat test, I'm passing her. I did make a quick little note that just the slightest initiation with the knees. I think this is a height thing. She quickly reverts to pushing the hips back, and it's not an obvious knee first. So I did pass her. Depth is good. Chest stays really tall. Tummy tight. But again, I could just be a little bit of me, like dealing with a lot of legs. Not used to that, but I made that quick note. Toe touch was fine. Lunge test was fine. Straight leg raise, totally fine. Front plank, we made it to 34 seconds, and I told her specifically to not push it. So, and I think she could have kept going, but she was not super comfortable with trying to push that, so we just stopped. Obviously, I just made the note that she's prego. Reverse plank, she made to a minute. That seemed fine. Side plank was very interesting. Her right side really just, we fought for like 7 seconds. Whereas her left, she was making it till 40. But again, all of this core stuff, big grain of salt, considering how far along she is already with her third pregnancy. Did make just a couple other notes about that shoulder. She kind of is feeling it in her pec and delt, like when she makes deep breaths up here. Curls, reverse flies, she referenced. So we're going to try some different movements. We're going to definitely get some band work in there, I think, and see how it goes. But and hopefully you'll see in the video, super impressed with how well she's moving at this point in her pregnancy. And you know, taking a lot of it with a little bit of a grain of salt because of that, especially the core work. And even the shoulder stuff, I'm not sure. I'd like to ask a little more about which arm she's holding her other children with. I have a feeling she's right-handed. Like, I know that, so there may be some correlation there too. As far as work, she crushed it. She got to 95 calories. Really pleased with that. She seemed totally fine. Was very confident with it, comfortable with it. Did not feel pain, discomfort, excessive out of breath, anything like that. So, like I said, she's been moving all along. However, she is excited to be doing this because the amount of modification that she's finding herself having to do in group classes, she's very much looking forward to feeling like she just has what is appropriate for her already laid out without showing up and then being told, kind of a thing. And I think that's a great idea. I think it's a perfect time for her to experience some one-on-one coaching. And I double-checked to make sure I could take her on, and I got the okay. Definitely kind of a different scenario, but I think it'll be cool. I'm excited for her.